Style and technical writing. Being concise. Being concise in your writing means choosing your words deliberately, constructing your sentences carefully, and using grammar properly. By writing concisely, you can straight to your point in a way your audience can easily understand and comprehend. You will captivate your audience. Why do we need to be concise in writing? In order to succeed in your communication text, you need to keep your audience attention. Being concise in writing is one way to capture and retain their interest. Otherwise, if your writing is not concise and straight to your point, you might lose your audience attention. How to be concise in writing. There are several techniques that will help you learn how to write concisely in order to motivate your audience and respond favorably in your communication. The words you choose can either enhance or fewer with a meaning in your audience comprehension. Follow these guidelines to develop your strategy for choosing the most effective word for your communication text. Guideline number 1. Put action in verbs. Concise writing depends more on verbs than it does on nouns. Sentences that contain abstract nouns that hide actions can be shortened by putting the action in strong verbs instead. By putting the action in strong verbs, you can eliminate the wordiness that could help your readers easily understand your text. Here are some examples of abstract nouns that was converted into action verbs. As the example shows, abstract nouns often end with "schon" or "meant" and are often followed by the preposition "of". These words are not always bad words. They can only cause problems when they replace action verbs from which they are derived. The following example shows some noun phrases along with the preferred verb substitute. Guideline number 2. Shorten wordy phrases. Many wordy phrases have become common in business and technical writing. Weighty expression add unnecessary words and rob prose of clarity. Use simple words to help your audience quickly understand your content. You must also pay attention to your sentence length. You must use short sentences to emphasize the point and to connect your ideas. The following are some of the culprits along with their concise substitute. Guideline number 3. Replace long words with short ones. In grade school, most students are taught to experiment with long words. Although this effort helps build vocabularies, it also can lead to a lifelong tendency to use long words when short ones will do. Of course, sometimes you want to use longer words just for variety, for example, using an occasional approximately for the prepared about. It is fine to use long words, but why using long words if there is also a short words that convey the same meanings? Using long words could eliminate audience interest to read your text. Use only simple words so that it won't be hard for your audience to understand your message. The following words should routinely be replaced by the short words. Number 4. Leave out cliches. Cliches are worn-out expressions that add words to your writing. Although they once were fresh phrases, they became cliches when they no longer convey their original meaning. Using cliche words could make your text not effective if they are no longer convey the original meaning. Here are some cliches to avoid. Guideline number 5. Make writing more direct by reading it aloud. Much wordiness results from talking around a topic, sometimes called circumlocution. This stylistic flaw arises from a tendency to write indirectly. It can be avoided by reading passages aloud. Hearing the sounds of the words makes problems of wordiness quite apparent. It helps condense all kinds of inflated language, including the word expression. It would help you to make your text direct and straight to the point that you want to convey. Always remember that direct writing must also retain a tactful and diplomatic tone when it conveys negative or sensitive information. Here are the some examples of indirect and direct text. Guideline number 6. Avoid there are, it is, and similar constructions. There are, it is should not be constructed for concrete subjects and action verbs, which are referable in good writing. Such constructions delay the delivery of information about who or what is doing something. They tend to make your writing lifeless and abstract. They can weaken the active sentence, and some instances may indicate passive voice. Use active verbs instead, whatever passive. You can avoid them by creating first the main subject, that concrete nouns, and second main verbs that are action words. It will help your reader identify your idea of who is doing something. The following revised passages gives readers a clear idea. Guideline number 7. Cut out extra words. This guideline covers all wordiness errors not mentioned earlier. You must keep vigilant eye for any extra words or redundant phrasing. Sometimes the problem comes in the form of needless connection words like to be or that. Other times it appears as redundant points, that is, those that have been made earlier in a sentence, paragraph, or section and do not need repeating. Delete extra words when they're used, does not add a necessary transition between ideas, or does not provide new information to the reader. Eliminate unnecessary words. Unnecessary words comes in many forms, like vague words. They can conceal instead of reveal your meanings.